episode of On the Streets. And what we got here, a couple from Manchester. And who believe the propaganda, of course, that's pushed out about Tommy Robinson. So I gave him my version, because it seems to me all this guy is hearing is the what he's getting from the BBC and from the other liberals that he might speak to over here. The guy was reasonable enough. He listened. I don't think his old lady was buying any of my bullshit, and so I didn't buy any of hers either. But, you know, this is another one for Tommy. Hopefully I gave some people a little look some up and maybe get some truth in on about them. We'll see. But, you know what you do. If you like it, you like it. If you care, you share, and then you share again, then you share again, and then you share again. Because, you know, they just don't want me to get to 10,000, but, you know, the only way you can beat them is with numbers. And, of course, like it and subscribe again, and subscribe again. And go get something. Get a Tommy Robinson, you know, t-shirt. Why not, huh? Or get one of my other great designs. Christmas is coming up. You know, you got my trigger back guarantee. So if you don't trigger a little, you get your money back. And, you know, that ain't going to happen. So anyway, here we go. Here we go. This is one for Tommy. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
Oh, having a ball. I'm having a ball.
Oh dear.
Where are you guys from?
England.
What part?
The north of England, near Manchester.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talked to a couple, a real, I mean, if you were to go to Central Casting and ask for, give me a, you know, that staunch upper lip, old English couple, this was them. I mean, the guy had the sideburns and the, you know, that long English face, and it was perfect. And they were from your area. They were from, what do you do there?
Love that. Democrat, Republican, pissed.
Yeah.
Tick your box.
Now, we talked a bit about some of the things that are happening over in England. Are you guys familiar with Tommy Robinson?
Yeah. I was speaking to a guy, funnily enough, he's from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and funnily enough, he mentioned Tommy Robinson.
Why? Great. What did he say about it?
He was asking my opinion on him, to be honest with you, because he wasn't sure he was getting a full picture.
Right.
So.
What is your opinion of him?
I've got a limited amount of time for him.
Okay. Because he's become a phenomenon, if anything else, because, you know, he's become an icon for free thought and speech.
Like Wing, you know, the guy that went to jail recently.
Yeah, because what he started seeing his neighborhood, then his city, be overtaken by the Muslims that were moving into it.
Yeah.
So he started chronicling what was going on. I mean, that's all he was doing. He'd go out, take a camera, and he'd go, oh, this is what's happening in my neighborhood, my city, my country. Well, the powers that be, of course, don't want uncontrolled information.
Yeah.
You know, the BBC and all of that.
Yeah.
It's got to go through the proper channels.
Of course.
So, they, you know, and he admits in his earlier days he was a ruffian. Yeah, you know, he grew up in a rough neighborhood.
I think principally, he's too far. Does that make sense? Principally, I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah,
but it's a bit too far because he is now a racist.
What?
There's quotes, isn't there? There's lots of quotes, direct quotes of him, racist comments and so on.
Well, name one. Because I listen to him, I mean, you understand, I do what he does, and I've been following him since the beginning.
Yeah.
I've been on the same shows with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I know him and his heart.
Yeah.
And if you watch enough of his videos, and not what other people tell you about them.
That may be the difference, but that's always the same, isn't it?
Go to his site and watch some of his videos. He goes, he tries to talk to the Muslims and look, can we get along here? Can we do it? And he gets the crap beat out of him. But he goes into the no-go zones, and he goes, I used to be able to walk down the street. Now I'm getting getting chased out of it.
Yeah.
And look what he was thrown in jail for the last time.
What was it last time?
He's in front of a courthouse reading from a news story that had already been reported about a Muslim child group prostitution.
Rochdale.
Yeah, these guys were, using children and training them to become prostitutes. He was out on the sidewalk like this, just reporting on it. Please come along. Tommy, come with us. Into the back of a paddy wagon. Within 4 hours, he's in jail for 13 months. Now, they put him in a prison that's predominantly Muslim. So he's getting his food poisoned. They're throwing feces on him. So they have to put him in solitary confinement. So for a month and a half, he's eating canned tuna every day. Guy loses 45 pounds, right? Well, Donald Trump sent our ambassador over there and said, no, that's ain't right. Of course, the protest went worldwide. Because it's like, wait a second, this guy was just on the street reporting on what the hell, right? So then a judge took a look at it and said, sorry, this ain't Washington. Take him out. Well, one of my subscribers just sent me an email yesterday saying that they have basically dropped all the charges they had on him because it's drawn too much attention to him. And the more they prosecute him,
and that's always the way.
So the things you're hearing about him is actually propaganda. I mean, I wouldn't even know because when I hear because I've never heard him say anything racist ever. Ever. Even in the midst of the argument. I've seen him punch the hell out of Muslims that came up to him with a stick going, I'm going to kill you. And then, of course, he, boom, because someone comes at you with an object, you got to protect yourself. But I've never seen him ever start the aggression. He has always been the guy that's, hey, let's talk this out. Because if you're going to be here, we got to get along. You have to understand we're English. We've had a long culture ourselves. And, you coming over here with your Sharia law and going, oh, no, I don't care what you are. You drink like us, you die. Ain't going to work. We got to figure this out.
I agree.
Now, here's the big question. Why does your government allow these people in? Why are they allowing people in that will, one, overwhelm your welfare system and bring you down financially, and two, I'll breed you and then take over your towns and your cities like they're doing now, and then eventually say,
I don't agree with you. I need to walk away because I don't agree with you.
Well, that's just how it works. In their own words, they said that's what they're going to do. And the numbers...
You can't just say you can't come into the country, you're going to outlaw that. That's not fair.
I'm not saying... That's not what I'm saying. That's what you're thinking. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you're going to allow people into your country, allow people that are going to assimilate into your culture and respect it. And you can respect theirs. Give you, for instance, right now we have the same problem with, the caravans coming up from, you've heard about, from Mexico, Central and South America. Now, we're talking about miles of people coming, right? Miles. 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people coming at a time, right? All there, you can see the videos of them waving their Honduran, El Salvadoran, Mexican flags, wherever they say the oppressed countries are coming from, while they're burning their American flag and they're cheering. Now I ask you, why on God's green earth should we allow those people into this country?
I think you've got to take out the propaganda, isn't it? Because you're seeing what the media wants you to see, the people working in with the burning flags. You're not saying that every single person that wants to come into America or England is that bad person.
Maybe you didn't hear me say. They're elevated above a crowd, and I'm talking about people from far down as you can see, as wide as this street, okay? As far down as you can see. They're elevated on a overwalk.
You can't say that about every single one.
I understand that, but how many of them shouldn't that? All we're asking is this, and again, you're the one that's group thinking here. All I'm asking is this. All right, shouldn't we? Wow, all right, fine. Line up. Let's find out how many of them are nice people like you, and how that you're talking about, and how many of them were cheering when these guys were burning the American flag. What they want to do now is, and we got things like Antifa here. Have you ever heard of Antifa? That's a left-wing organization that's basically funded by George Soros, who is wanted in a half dozen countries for funding left-wing chaos to overthrow countries so he can come in, mop up, and make billions more dollars like he normally does. Well, Antifa says they're anti-fascist. They're against Trump and capitalism. They also have a chant: no borders, no walls, no USA at all. No borders, no wall, no USA at all. So they want to eliminate all borders. It's a utopian idea. Now, there's a thing called Cloward and Piven. You want to look this up. There were some professors in 1964, political scientists, that were asked, if you were going to bring down Western civilizations, how would you do it? Now, it's hard to do, with military, because Western civilizations are strong, right? So he said, this is what you do. You corrupt some politicians and you start brush fire wars, little brush fire wars all over the place, and you create a lot of refugees. Then you play it on the guilt of the host countries. Oh, these poor people. Oh, look, they're starving. Oh, gee, look, they're war-torn. Oh, we sent the weapons in. Oh, it's our fault. We lured our way into a war. Oh, my God, we're going to let them in. You open up the floodgates to the people you've been bombing for 2 generations.
No, I understand.
They come in at stealth, even though, oh, we love you. Yeah, sure, they love you. They come in with the idea, because you killed their family, you overwhelm the welfare system because they're going to breed more than, that's one of the arguments with the Western socialist is, well, you white guys aren't breeding enough, so we got to bring in workers. So they breed, they come in and they have a lot of children. So, again, the numbers dictate, even demographics overwhelm. So, and then you overwhelm the welfare system from the inside, and you bring these Western civilizations down by bankrupting them. And then you have the enemy you've already invited in the gate to create the chaos, and then you come in and mop up and put in your socialist programs.
So I guess we'll see now with Brexit if anything changes. Anyway,
well,
it's been a pleasure. We're going to shoot if that's okay. Okay? Been interesting. Have a good day.
Yeah, look it up. Cloward and Piven.
Okay.